What's up guys, Bella here, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to make a cool video today. I haven't uploaded any gameplay for you guys in a bit, so I'm playing some Black Ops 3 as usual here. And, you know, you've always hear about people making predictions, future predictions. I'm sure you guys have probably even checked out past predictions to see if any of that stuff came true for the year 2016. So I just want to go through a few predictions and that I have of my own, and some things that other people may also think. So by this time we were already, according to so many, supposed to have cars that fly. And according to Ray Kurzweil, artificial intelligence will take over the human brain around the year 2029. The US will be landing on Mars in the year 2033. And a lot of people, according to some scientists, believe that science will beat cancer and Alzheimer's. And according to Aubrey de Grey, he thinks that we're going to be aging. We have a 50-50 chance of beating it by the year 2035 or 2036. How cool would it be? Like, as if aging was a disease, but that's how they're looking at it. How cool would it be to not have to even age? Like, yeah, you would get older by number, but as far as feature and body and health, you would not be aging at all. It's like, maybe we're gonna live forever. That'd be pretty freaking awesome. The world will definitely be overcrowded by this time, as populations grow and rise as they do, and people are having, you know, sex, and we aren't like a third world country where we say, oh, you can only have one child per family. Like, people, you know, you see these people out here at Walmart, they got like 5 or 6 kids. So with the way that the population is rising, we're definitely going to be overcrowded by this time, which could, in fact, one of my predictions, could lead to them saying something to you know, not just to the United States, but world populations, that you only could have one child per family. It could possibly come to that, and I'm sure the reason behind it would be for saving the world. So in the year 2050, the UK will have the largest population in the European Union, more than 70 million people, and it will also be the third biggest recipient of migrants in the world. By the year 2060, there will be life on Mars. This is what NASA predicts, which will be a good thing for the people living in the UK. By 2070, the Thames Barrier will have collapsed. Cars will no longer run on gasoline, or petro, as some people like to call it, according to Shell. And for those of us who are into technology, here's a few things that I think are really cool to think about. Here's some of my predictions. There will be, I think that there will be as many old people as there are young people, going along with the technologies of this guy thinking that we're going to beat aging. So if that's the case, usually if you were looking at it on a graph or a diagram, the younger people would be at the bottom and old people would be at the top, narrowing out, making almost like a triangle feature. But if we were to beat aging, you could kind of imagine it in your head. It would probably turn into something like a square, where the people at the bottom being young and the people at the old at the top, who are no longer dying or, you know, getting really old or aging, they're gonna not be dead, so they're gonna stay leveled out at the top. So it's just gonna be a big square, which is gonna cause all kinds of problems for the medicine industry. I could see that easily happening. As far as technology goes, I think buttons will not, no, they will no longer exist. Everything will be a touch screen and on all surfaces, like literally all surfaces. 100% of the world will have internet. Computers, mice, and other input devices will probably be considered as antiques. Like, you know how we look at antiques today, those things will probably be considered antiques. Pens and pencils and paper and things like this will just be novelty items. Newspapers will be made they'll be like electronic, like there'll be like an app that refreshes every 24 hours. You'll just buy one. There won't be any waste because they're going to make these. This technology is already being talked about. It's called e-ink, electronic paper. It's a very, very like a flexible plastic. Extremely flexible, almost like that of a newspaper. And yeah, and it's going to be very energy efficient, possibly even solar powered, so there won't be any need for batteries or plugging it into an outlet. That would be insane. all billboards that we have that you see when you're driving around on the highway or the freeway or wherever, these things will all be electronic. There will be no more need for waste. The Amazon and the different jungles, the rainforest and things, people will be cutting down trees all the time trying to do things. So what better way to make something efficient than to stop cutting them down and make things out of energy? Speaking of energy, I really believe that everything by that time will be solar, clean energy. I don't even think that we will be using fossil fuels and different things like this, and not so much electricity and things like that. I think it'll all be solar energy. So that'll be really awesome. I think everything and everywhere you go, there will be iris recognition. And it's going to be there for identification recognition everywhere you go. So they'll know who you are. And if you're an alien or something and you don't have it, you're going to be in trouble. I just think everything is going to be crazy, guys. Like, who knows? Like, who really knows where they could go? And if you're going to talk about video games, I don't even think you'll sit down to play a video game. You'll probably put on, like, a suit with, like, sensors on it or something, and you'll be in the game, be part of the game, like virtual reality. And so much to the fact, interactive enough that you could even... if the other person that's playing the game with you is wearing this suit or whatever, and it'll be like so light, it won't even feel like you're wearing a suit. It'll have sensors in it. It'll be like you can even touch the person that you're playing a game with, shooter games or whatever. People get into some crazy, freaky shit too. So I could see that happening. By this time, I think that the ozone layer will probably have finally had time to recover, because there will be people living on other planets, and just to go on a ride to space, that's already in the making. You could probably go there for under $200. Just catch a flight and go check out some space. As the 22nd century begins, 4 out of 5 people will probably live in an enormous city with like roads that are like grids. So everything is cars and things. If they're not hovering or flying, they'll definitely be on like special tracks where they're automated. They drive themselves. You just punch in your navigation where you're going to go, and it takes you there. This alleviates any possible chances of having wrecks and people dying and getting crazy. And these cities are going to be, enormous, because by this time there's going to be between 9 and 12 billion citizens, according to the UN, in the world. 9 to 12 billion people. And the UN probably won't even exist in the year 2100 or right before it. Also, by the way, prices have they have risen over the years on all sorts of things, not only with gas and things like this, but also with food, milk, eggs. Have you guys checked the prices? I'm going to predict that by this time in 2100, if the world hasn't ended by then, a gallon of milk will probably cost somewhere around $100 to $150 a gallon. Now, that's a scary thought, but yeah. And we will hope that there won't be need for gasoline, because could you imagine what the prices on that would be by the time the year 2100 came around? Holy shit. But like I said, there's always a chance that the world will end before all of this happens. And according to Isaac Newton and a few other scientists in a Nature magazine, it could probably end in the year 2060, 2076, or just before the year 2100. Those are some crazy prediction, guys. I don't really know what I would do if half of these things came true. And who really knows what's going to happen in the future? But I'm really glad that we're all here now. Everybody's safe. We've had a happy new year. We're looking forward to new things in the new year. Looking forward to some changes. Some people have set, goals for themselves in the new year. I didn't really make a New Year's resolution. I don't know if you guys did. So many times I've made New Year's resolutions, and sure, I may stick with them for a couple of days to a week, but I never really end up following through. So I guess if I were going to make a New Year's resolution, I guess mine would just be to be the best person that I can be, try to learn some things that I don't already know, and use sunscreen probably more often whenever I go out to play, out in the public, whatever, because the sun is a scary thing these days with all the bursts and things that goes on. But UV rays are no joke, guys. Skin cancer is the real deal, and I'm not trying to have that in my life. Also, just you know, just working on me, working on myself, my passions. I'm also wanting to go start college to do some things online. I also have always wanted to learn how to edit and how to design, and I watch enough designers and editors that shouldn't be that big of a deal to learn, but I know those guys have been doing it and at it for years, so maybe I'll try to put a little bit more effort into learning a new trait like that. Also, just working on stuff with my family and seeing where the new year takes us. Maybe some new adventures, be a little bit more adventure seeking, not stay home so much playing games and all that kind of stuff. Get out and live a little, right? And obviously, my health, I'm still working on that. I do have that as a resolution even before the first. I definitely want this year to be a year of change for me, because I found out about the the high blood sugar and stuff, and I really want to get myself real healthy, and I want to keep working out and keep eating right, and so that I want to just reverse those numbers so that it's not a part of my year 2017. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have a New Year's resolution that you want to let me know about, post it down below, and then come back next year and check and see if you actually went through with it. You guys can follow me at XBLBella and drop a sub here at the channel if you guys liked the video that I posted. If you liked it, put a like on it. If not, let me know why. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Happy New Year's.